my great-great-grandfather, but I don't who's it. It may not be your great-great. You go from generation to generation. And there's all sort of sources that you use to find vital records. Those are the three key words: birth, marriages, and death. But it would be very dull if you didn't get good family history stories, and especially if they're a little bit on the risque.
I hear you, buddy. Now, it looked like everybody that was in here today, all of the residents, thoroughly enjoyed what you were talking about. It seemed rather interesting.
It is interesting, and you know what genealogy does? We could not call it anymore. We call it family history. Even out at Salt Lake City, they took off the word genealogy, and it's all now the Family History Library Center. It's more than just vital records, but as I said, it has to be the stories that they're after. And it opens the doors to new friends, relatives you didn't know you had, and when you go on vacations, you go by there, and you've now got new friends and new relatives.
Carolyn Foster, Bev Schoenwolf, great class. First of all, Carolyn, give us a little information on what you're trying to teach everybody here today.
Well, she went over the sources of material in the libraries, and she explained libraries all over the United States, and different index and compendiums of things, books we could find.
Bev, an interesting speaker, and a lot of people coming out for this class.
Yes, I think we have more than 30 members, and getting new ones all the time. There are a lot of people interested in family history.
And how long have you been involved with this?
We organized in July, and we've had trips to the Orlando Library and the Lake Mary Family History Center in Lake Mary, and try to get our members to speak on their area of expertise as much as we can, but we're also interested in getting members from the outside too.
We've had, I was just talking to a lady who had been doing this for 20 years. I guess people that are in this class have been doing it that long, huh?
I've been doing it.
And I'm over 30 years myself. I've been working at it.
I started in high school, and I was graduated in 1926.
So your family tree is pretty far back there, huh?
Yes, they followed the Pilgrims in. let them run the trial.
That's excellent. It's nice to find out who your cousins were or who your relatives were, isn't it?
That's right. And even in this small group, we found people that have common ancestors. In fact, Caroline and I found out that in the 1600s we're both, we have a common grandmother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Interesting class. How can people get involved with it?
All they have to do is come Wednesday mornings. We meet from 8:30 till about 11:30, the fourth Wednesday of the month. And all they need to do is come. There's no dues, and we just share information and learn.
But I think they should remember that this is their project, and only they can do it. They can't, we can help them some, but they have to recall.
And do the research.
Yeah, they have to do the research, and they have to have a little imagination. And remember, when was Grandpa's funeral? Was it in the winter or was it in the summer? And was it near Thanksgiving? These are the things that no one can do for them. They have to do them themselves.
Interesting class. Get involved, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Carolyn, Bev, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you can learn about your ancestry with the genealogy class.